Your presence is heaven to me. Your presence is heaven to me. I haven't been singing a lot like I used to, but allow me to start like that and just to enjoy God's presence with you. I feel God's presence in everything. I'm sitting here, I can hear the birds chirping. It's still morning. There's just this canopy of trees here. It's so cool. And before the sun gets very hot, I'm just out here enjoying. And speaking of realizing the things that you love, the things that give you peace, the things that, you know, just speak to your soul, I wanted today to talk about your spiritual gifts and the fact that you've had them for a long time and some you didn't even recognize. And for me personally, I'm used to saying I had God say, and didn't recognize it as a spiritual gift until the other day. Yeah, I didn't recognize that God was using that majorly to speak to me. I've been leaning so much on dreams, and sometimes I will just, you know, I'll be waiting on something, on some I'll be waiting on a confirmation on a thing from God, and I will hear something and still wait to dream, yeah, or wait for a confirmation from somebody else. And that is why God sends us the people that we need in the season that we need them, yeah. So today I was actually this week I've been thinking about that, the fact that one of my strong spiritual senses is hearing, yeah. And I remember a time where I would enter a room. It was a very spiritual, volatile time. A lot was happening, and I would enter a room, and as soon as I start speaking with these people, or as soon as I'm settled, I start hearing conversations, you know, conversations that were had in that particular room, and I could hear so and so say this, and they could be seated there or not, and I would just be turning like this, you know, as I hear different people speak. And while that may be scary, it only happens like when there's a, you know, like a lot going on in the spirit, and God is giving you a heads up about what is going on, yeah. So for a long time I've been leaning on dreams, because I've seen dreams to like prophesy a time that is coming, and sometimes your dreams will be so stronger or more active than what will happen, so that when that thing happens, you will remember, or it will come to you what that dream meant, you know. And sometimes I dreamt so many years prior to a thing happening, and I just you know, let it go, because perhaps I thought it's a warning and all that, only for it to, you know, happen in real life. You see your dream being enacted in real life. And so just watching these things would be mind-blowing, yeah? Or just dreaming about things that are happening, and, you know, God giving you a revelation through the dream, yeah? And you just know what time it is, you know, how far a thing is to go. Like if you have watched my, the video on the dreams I had while waiting on the visas, and I expressed how before every visa rejection I would dream, yeah. And so I'm saying that to show you that when there will be times where you get your confidence, you get your you understand that God has been in this thing. Well, it wasn't confirmed before because you are going through this thing alone, or you pray and you know that God is guiding you and helping you understand some things, or just giving you a heads up on a thing. But all these things that you go through, all this you know, teachings that you go through on your own in the secret place will be later confirmed, because God shows you a thing and then he confirms through his prophets. You guys don't even understand how deep that goes, yeah? Or maybe you do. That's just a manner of speaking, yeah? God will show you in part and confirm it through his prophets, yeah? And recently I've just been mind blown to see that things I went through talked about, and I was sure that these things did indeed, you know, happen in this manner. God confirmed. I'm good with that. He still sent, you know, some teachers in my life to confirm that that was true, and also teach me, you know, in a deeper, you know, way. Through those people, you know, when something is said from the outside, then it becomes more real. Yeah, you understand that, oh my God, this is a confirmation from somebody else that it wasn't just a dream. I'm not dreaming in the day. It's not just imagination. This actually happened, and then you get an explanation of what was actually happening. I remember, like I said, I started dreaming like serious dreams that you know, were guiding me on my journey back in Kenya, yeah. And when I went to Canada, I was dreaming some more, and this time it was so vivid. It was, you know, it was revelations of things that were happening, and also yeah, the word revelation. God was revealing everything, or not everything, but a lot of things that were happening, and also showing me the blockages that were, you know, in the way, showing me a lot of things. And I must have mentioned in one of the previous videos that there was a time that God was just telling me, observe this, yeah, and just confirming to me what he had showed me prior, yeah. And so God will do that for you, because he wants you to not only learn. So when he sends you or when he shows you something and you obey, he will confirm that thing in the future. Yeah, he will show you why he wanted you to, oh my God, there's a bee here, why he wanted you to be in something, why he wanted you to do a particular thing. And because you came into agreement, it will be explained. Yeah, so he will show you a thing, confirmed through his prophets, you know, because it's very vital. So anyway, dreaming in Canada, God wanted me to know that this is a thing. It's a big thing, and it's a whole world where, you know, God shows you, speaks through dreams and confirms it. Yeah, and at the risk of sounding so cryptic, I am just doing this to make you realize that the gifts that you have, and also that intuition, that ability to sense things, that ability to see things, that ability to hear things, you know, it is not just you overthinking. It is not just you. And even when you're overthinking, actually, it means that God is speaking to you of a particular thing. And if you compare it with others, surely they will tell you, yeah, you're overthinking. So, you know, easy. And while that may also be a message to help you just release the tension or just chill, be chilled about certain things, it's also to make you understand that you know, it is just not nothing. You know, there's something that God is showing you, and God will alert you on things that you think are small, only to be revealed later that they are bigger than you thought, yeah, or than anyone around you thought. So it's time that you start taking yourself seriously, the dreams seriously, your vision seriously, what you hear seriously, and just know that it is serious. And God is showing you these things because he knows that you know, you will hear, you will react to that, yeah, and you will have your eye open on certain things. Yeah, he does these things to protect you. He does these things to speak to you, and for you to know that he's in that thing with you, and he's going to you know, give you a heads up every time. Yeah, so you will be safe. And this is a thing that you need to do all the time, to just lean on God for his guidance. I want you also to read the book of Deuteronomy, especially if you're on a journey. You will see how God was leading his people, and he would tell them things that happened before and things that are to come. Yeah, how God was directing the people on what they should do, the instructions he was giving them on how they should travel, and also how they will settle in the land, how they must sacrifice, how they must do day-to-day things. Yeah, and in between, God would let them enjoy. You have seen that your journey is similar. There are times that God will have you on a very strict you know, path like this, you know, a narrow path. Yeah, he will have you on a very narrow path, and he'll be telling you that this is the thing you must adhere for this thing to happen. Yeah, so you must follow that, and then you will find that you have a release, you have freedom, and now you're laughing like every other person, you're partying. There'll be times for that. Yeah, but when he puts you on a narrow path, just realize that it is very important, and it's for your own good, your family's good. It's because he wants you to break through to a certain, place. And once you're broken through, it's time to enjoy. That is why God gives you rest, and you must enjoy that rest. Stop overthinking when it's time to rest. Enjoy that rest, but also just keep doing what you must. Sometimes, like when you're busy in a job or you're busy in school, you're always praying that, oh God, I hope I get some rest. I can go to the gym. I can go for walks. I can do this and that, things that you enjoy. I can travel. And then God gives you that time and you're here so worried. Why did it happen like that? Because maybe you are released from, school or work, or, your business. Sometimes it's down, or, you have been led to close something and now you're feeling so useless. But that is a time you're supposed to, take those walks that you've been desiring. That is the time you're supposed to, go to that gym that you've been desiring, and saying that you don't have time because your life is very led. Your life is very much in the hands of God. So if He's asking you to do something, and even in the circumstances that happen to you and you feel so off, like you're disadvantaged, you're not supposed to act like you're disadvantaged. You're supposed to enjoy those moments because you have faith that He will guide you to the next thing, which is a good thing. Yeah, He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do you understand that everything that happens to you is for your own good? For your good. And even though sometimes what you envision may tarry, God still wants you to use that time happily. Rejoice in the Lord always. As Romans 8:28 says, all things are working together for your good. Your down times, your up times, yeah? Because you can't be up all the time. You can't just be in that energy all the time. Sometimes you'll be required to be in very silent places. Sometimes you'll be required to be, separated from people that you love. Sometimes God will command you to walk away from places that you want to be, or to walk away from people you want to share with. You want that comfort. You want that ability to connect. But God is like, no, you must be separated so you may hear me better, yeah? So I hope you know what I'm saying, and I hope that you take seriously everything that is you, because you're very specially made, and because you need to hear so that you can pursue your purpose and know that you're supported, that God is with you as a mighty warrior. He's not leaving you. Even when you're alone, He's not left you, He's with you all the way. So I'm going to leave you with that. Here is Semo. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Lord bless you and keep you. Make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Lord